What's up, my little brainwashed minions? You know who it is, and I got a massive AMC update for you. But first, fucking douche. So, I'm not gonna lie, AMC seems to be behaving normally for the most part. For the most part, it is actually for the last couple trading days, it's shown signs of actually being able to do TA on it. It's moving in the right direction. I can't lie. I'm not even going to attempt to lie. Overall, I still want to know what the fuck is going on with this. This gamma's probably already happened, and it's all a bunch of fucking Robin Hood option buyers, and they're just holding the fucking shares back or something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know what they're doing. But a very, very important factor. I mean, right now, there's obviously a sell-off there. People are still going to try to short. I don't know if this has anything to do with the new filings and shit that are going on, and some smaller companies getting the fuck out of Dodge. I don't know. But one of the major things I was waiting for was a constriction in the options chain. Which there is. I mean, there is a huge constriction in the options chain. You cannot go over 80 like for the majority of the weeks. Down to 65. 65. 80. A lot of these had contracts and where they were open. December was one of them. But the constriction in the options chain, man, that's critical. That is so very crucial. And people are actually starting to structure this the way that it needs to be structured in order to get back to where we need to be and actually fight this battle. So it's like a fucking Mortal Kombat match. We won the first round flawlessly, and then they beat the shit out of us the second round, and now we have got to come back and finish this with a morbid fatality. But this is very good. This is very good. This is a structured gamma squeeze setup. I would love for this to be like 50,000 and 35,000 and 14, 15,000 and 30,000, but it's heading in the right direction, which is what is important. This is good. All of this in between here is good. You want to pivot it at the 5s a lot. Do the 10s. You want to go from 30 to 35 to 40 to 45. That's where you want your highest interest at. And then you need scattered shit in the middle to help kick it up to there. This is good. And significantly less. The least amount of contracts are no longer at the highest fucking strike price because it's been constricted a bit. Other than the idiots that are still holding the options chain open because of like this coming week, there's still 58,000 contracts for 145. It's fucking dumb. It is dumb. But this thing is being set up. It's being set up correctly. If we can get these things to grow, get them to grow, we can trigger a fucking legitimate gamma, get us back up to where we are. And believe me, those guys are holding shorts. They are from the 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, and 30s. And if a gamma triggers and starts kicking this shit up into the 40s and up into the 50s, like with a quickness, you're going to see some covering. You will see some covering. So, I mean, yeah, the setup overall just looks solid. People are putting the money where it needs to go. Yeah, if this shit picks up over the next 2 weeks, the way it should, obviously it's going to depend on where we end today. I already know they're trying to keep this shit under 35. They do not want that hitting at all. At all. None of this is hedged for it. I don't care what your favorite YouTuber tells you. They don't hedge for this shit until they absolutely have to. Pretty much until you hit the exercise button. Until people start exercising shit. They're not hedging for a fucking thing. And they're already in hot water with all those fucking FTDs that weren't delivered on. Um, but I think all these new filings and shit are starting to worry some hedge funds, at least the smaller ones. Starting to worry them a bit. It also doesn't help that we have a bunch of fucking rich bitches up in here playing the hedge fund game and buying and selling all throughout the day, buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. That's what they've been doing, like between $30 and $34. They're fucking setting buy and sell limits, which is hurting this right here pretty badly. And I know they're going to try to get it under 34 for sure too before the end of the day. Yeah, but this is good. I mean, we want to see this. This is the type of structured setup you'd like to see. Just out of the money is where most of your contract or the open interest is at. That's how you set it up. It is how you set it up. People start exercising these bitches right here. Could maybe do something, or even these ones. I'm assuming people are probably just holding these too. It's difficult because it's not like the contract in essence is pretty much more profitable at this point. It's just easier, which is why 94% of people don't even exercise contracts. But if you're in this for the squeeze and you're trying to ladder a gamma squeeze, you have to exercise some of those contracts. Like you have to. You have to exercise quite a few of them to force hedging and get this thing moving in the right direction. Um, so we'll see. Outside of that, I mean, that's some of the shit I'm looking for. The options chain is what I'm keeping a close eye on. Is it becoming profitable at all again? Even at any parts of the day for like longer than the first hour of the day. If you're lucky, it's going up or down. Is it throughout the day? Is there, can you make money in the options chain? And yeah, you can if you do it right. Um, and then the structuring of a gamma squeeze. This is what I want to see. And it's set up pretty good because this shit's not being ignored here. It's not just the fives. There's a little bit in the middle that you need to help push, keep pushing, give it that little extra kick. So it looks like people are finally starting to notice that they are trying to keep this under. Every Friday you see it. 35 would be the target, 35, 34. I think I talked about it earlier. That they want to keep it under. They want these to expire worthless. So yeah, this is why I have not completely pulled out of AMC yet, because this is like the shit I'm looking for to turn around. If the dick holes with tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars right now that are fucking day trading this would fucking stop and actually let it run up, because they're not paying attention to any of this shit. They're just looking at the stock itself and looking at making a quick buck on some dollar gains. If they were paying attention to this shit right here, they could actually help significantly, but they're not. It's like a little battle within a battle against each other, and it's stupid because no one's taking the time to get the entire community on the same page and explain why you need to be on the same page instead of just buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. So keep my eyes on it, see what happens. But yeah, I mean, overall it's trending in a direction that I have been anticipating and wanting it to do. Shit that I really wanted to see. I was going to say, no one's got any of those. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, they're going to be fighting it hard here at the end of the day. Still got 2 hours left. But overall, for the most part, for the past few days, the majority of the day, the 3 or 4 closest to the money, out of the money calls, you can make money on them if you buy them at the right time, like after whenever the initial sell-off is, or if it's trending upward in the morning, you can make a little jingle. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do not want this thing staying in 34, 35. Not at all. They are working it. Almost the exact same amount here. Short it down against it. Stopping that momentum. So it's a fight still, but I mean, it looks like a normal fight now. I mean, it really doesn't look straight up, just terribly manipulated like it has for 2 months, pretty much. Keep my eyes on it. Keep my eyes on it. Hopefully it keeps trending in this direction that I want to see it keep trending in. People aren't even, this is this shit, like no one's even talking about anymore, nobody, how very important 34 and 35 are for today. 34 and 35 are crucial for today. Nobody talking about how to fucking use the options chain correctly to help us maintain that level. Yeah, don't go YOLO and everything into this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there are changes that are happening for the better overall. But I mean, obviously, this is still having its balls just kicked in every day that these fuckers can. So we really need people to start stepping up and either educating themselves, or the people with the biggest voices in this community really need to start educating their viewers. You don't have to tell people what to do. You can just educate them on scenarios and potentially how you could hypothetically do something. There's ways to word shit without being accused of manipulation. But yeah, see what happens. I'm going to be hard pressed to see this thing stay over 34 with all those contracts, especially 35. But my God, if we do, that will signal a turnaround 100% in my eyes as far as how the manipulation is still occurring. That will signal in my eyes that they do not have the hold that they have held on this thing for a couple months now. I'm not expecting it by any means. I'm still fairly certain they're going to keep the shit under there, but either way, the options chain looks like people are trying to structurally ladder this correctly for a gamma, even a small one to get to the next level. Doesn't matter. Step by step, day by day. Check back in a couple hours, see where we're at. See if they don't fucking tank this back down to 30 fucking 2 or something. I am out.